beginning of our inquiry, what does the Earth look like from the solar system, we spent the first lesson learning about the order of the planets by their distance away from the Sun. The order is as follows:
Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune.
We even learned a fun way to remember the order by reciting this memorable mnemonic.
My very educated mother just shoved us noodles.
A couple of weeks later, on the 21st of September 2023, we had an Explorer Dome experience, which was an excellent way to immerse ourselves within our learning about space and the 8 planets.
We were really lucky to go to the Explorer Dome, which is basically a dome shape full of planets and stars projected around us.
What I liked about the Explorer Dome is that when the stars were moving, it felt like it was spinning around, and we saw all the planets like appear on the wall with a projector.
Europa, that small white one in the middle. Europa is an icy moon, and it's maybe the most exciting one in the hunt for alien life. What is the sun made of? Yes.
Maybe, I think that the sun is made of a giant star, but really compared to some stars, it's really small.
Yeah, you're right. So the sun is absolutely important to say that the sun is a star, and you're right, the stars generally are very big, but the sun is not a big star. So you're right in all accounts. But what are all stars made of? Does anyone know? Yes?
Gas.
Yes, spot on.
When we went to the Explorer Dome, we learnt about all different planets and we had to explore each planet.
And we were looking at the stars, and the one star that stayed still was the North Star. And the way to remember is the pan, because it's like a constellation of a pan, and then you go around the pan and you go to the North Star.
Later on, we had a scientific lecture from Mr. Dewar, a secondary science teacher, who taught us all about forces, what space is, how to get there, and what the future of space technology holds for us.
We had a cool day when Mr. Dewar came down from South Europe, and me and Mr. Nathan got to go on the skateboards and test forces.
When Mr. Dewar came in, I learned that times 120 elephants is the same as a jet.
When Mr. Dewar came in, it was really cool because I get to stand on a skateboard, and I realised if you push light objects when you're heavy, the light objects will go farther back and we will stay where we were.
When Mr. Northam was on the skateboard with Lydia, Mr. Dewar said we're gonna push to see who goes further. Lydia went further because Mr. Northam had like a longer mass.
Scientists are researching to see if we could live on other planets like Mars. And Mr. Dewar mentioned that there was possibilities that we could live on Mars and other planets.
In our reading lessons, we learned all about the famous Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei, who became known as the father of observational astronomy.
Okay, so who can tell me something we've learned about Galileo Galilei in our reading lesson? Okay, Poppy.
He was born in Pisa in the continent of Europe.
He was born in Pisa in Italy and the continent of Europe. Well done, great, good knowledge. Lydia, what else have you learned in the reading text? He was part of the Catholic Church. Yeah, he was a dedicated Catholic. And that's the religion that he worshipped. And let's go, Clayton.
Galileo was born at the same time as William Shakespeare.
He was born at the same time as William Shakespeare. Brilliant knowledge. You're really learning and read a lot about the information in this text. Brilliant. Riley, what else do you know about it?
I know that the sun is the middle of the solar system.
The sun is at the middle of the solar system. Fantastic. That's right. And Galileo discovered that, didn't he? Well done.
We learned that Galileo's name has a little ring to it. He has a little ring to his, a little like tune to his name. He was a scientist.
And what did he study?
He's basically studied all like the solar system, and he was the first person to find out the real map about where all of the planets actually are.
We have research about famous astronomers. They are Einstein, Nicholas Copernicus, Ptolemy, Jocelyn Bell Burnell, and Catherine Johnson.
Who have you lot been researching?
Ancient
What can you tell me about the ancient Mayans then?
The ancient Mayans made a really accurate calendar. They were really smart because they done that before the 1700s.
And he also died in 1697 CE.
They even accurately mapped the stars' motion.
The world would end in 2020. They lived until 1697. The world would end in 2012.
Who have you been researching over here then, guys?
Ptolemy.
Oh, what have you found out about Ptolemy?
That he was born in 100 CE and he died at 100 CE. What can you tell us about Ptolemy? He created the Almagest book, mapping the motion of stars and planets accurately.
He was born in Greece, and he lived his life in Egypt.
He was a famous mathematician and astronomer that lived in Egypt.
So who have you been researching then, guys?
We've been researching about Nicholas Copernicus, and he lived for 70 years. He told everybody about how we rotate around the sun, because everybody thought that we were in the middle and then the sun, and everything else rotates us, but that's not true. What he's famous for, he writes about heavenly spells, and he researches space.
Hi girls, who have you been researching?
Jocelyn Bell because she inspired my voice to stay in the kitchen.
She was born in 1944, and surprisingly, she is still alive today. She won the Nobel Prize winner, but other people think that she should have won all of the Nobel Prize to herself because she is so inspiring and amazing.
Her team was given the Nobel Prize
because she discovered a new star called Hosa. She won a Nobel Prize.
So who have you lot been researching? This is a huge group.
Catherine Johnson.
And why have you been researching her then?
Because she was a gifted mathematician and helped NASA go to space.
We also found out that she was born in 1918 and she died in 2020.
And she was like a human computer. She got hired by NASA as a computer before computers were made. She was a human calculator, and everybody counted on her to get to space.
Catherine Johnson was a gifted mathematician who could do incredible calculations.
She was born in 1918 and died in 2020.
This gave her the job as a computer for NASA before electronic computers were created.
Catherine Johnson was such an amazing lady because she could do massive calculations. To send people out to space. If Catherine Johnson made a mistake, the rocket won't have enough space, so they won't be able to get back down to Earth.
I know that Catherine Johnson used to do the calculations to see if the fuel in the rocket would run out.
She can do very hard maths quick like a calculator.
This inquiry we have been artists ourselves and we have looked at artwork and we've critiqued what we like and dislike.
I think this is an astronaut, and maybe it's going to land to the Earth, and this one maybe landed to this one.
Right, girls, what do we think about this one then?
I think that isn't a planet, but maybe that isn't a star. That might be the black hole. You never know. That could be the black hole. It could be a black hole. It could be that. Maybe there is a source of black hole. And then like around there, there's two other stars. That could be the black hole.
So what do we think the artist is representing here then, boys? What do we think?
It's black and such and stuff. That Mars or they look like meteors. They look like meteors crashing. But I feel like and I say this astronaut is representing God, making a new world, like a new whole entire world, like this one. Maybe like another world with dinosaurs or maybe even humans. It goes up into the sky and then it goes through the stars. I think like this one this is like fire and then this is a rocket and then the fire's coming out because it's a rocket that's going up. And then I think this is the space.
In addition to being scientists and artists during this inquiry, we have also been geographers and have been learning all about the human and physical characteristics of our continents and countries. So Reggie, which countries have you found then in the Northern Hemisphere?
Iran and Turkey.
Layla, can you name 3 countries that are in the Northern Hemisphere?
Russia, United Kingdom and Germany.
Brilliant, well done. Great.
So China is the northern hemisphere and Australia is the southern hemisphere.
Olivia, what are the names of the lines that run from the north to the south of our Earth?
Longitude.
lines of longitude. Well done.
In order to understand the distances between the planets in our solar system, we all went out onto the field and used scaled-down measurements to simulate how far apart the planets are from each other.
You are here. So get in line here. 60. Brilliant. Okay. This way around.
This was a fun, practical way for us to understand our learning. However, we also know that the planets are not all moving in straight lines, and can explain the orbit and rotation of our planet in relation to the Sun.
Here's the sun, the earth and the moon. How this is supposed to work is that the earth is supposed to rotate the sun by doing like this.
While the moon is rotating the earth.
Kind of like this.
I know that Neptune takes 164 years to rotate around the Sun.
And also it's probably the coldest planet in the world.
So if you imagine on Neptune, like if you're living on Neptune, on Earth, birthdays take 1 year, but on Neptune it will take way much longer.
And you'll be dead by the time you have your first birthday.
Probably because that's how long it takes for to show around the sun.
We hope you enjoyed our documentary about our learning. We now leave you with a song. There are 8 planets in our solar system. We revolve around the sun. Join us and learn about the different planets. Now sing along and have some fun. My name is Mercury. I'm the second hottest planet. Through the sun. A year on my surface is 88 days. I'm the smallest but lots of fun. My name is Venus. I'm the hottest planet, the second planet from the sun. I'm the brightest planet in our solar system. True hot for anyone. My name is Earth. I'm the planet you live on, the third planet from the sun. I'm the only planet with organic life, so tell me we're all one.
My name is Mars.
I'm red in color, fourth planet from the sun. I'm the highest mountain in our solar system, king of Olympus Mons. There are